Hey, welcome to question number 4 on the review for your quiz. With one-step problems, the whole idea is to undo what was done to the variable. And so with multiplication, the inverse of multiplying is dividing, but this is kind of one of those special cases where it's a fraction. And so whenever we're multiplying by a fraction, I just like to do the reciprocal. I think it's easier. So I'm going to treat this as -5 over 1. And then we're going to do -5 over 1 on this side as well for multiplication. All right, and the reason we're doing that is over on the left, 5 times 5 is 5, or excuse me, 5 times 1 is 5, 1 times 5 is 5. So essentially everything cancels out. And then a negative times a negative turns into a positive. So that drops out. We end up with G is equal to, I'll put my 4 over 1 since I'm multiplying. 4 times -5 is -20. Divided by 1 is still -20. Okay. Another way, just kind of mentally, if you're taking a fifth of something and we get 4, well, that means there were 5 parts that were each 4 units large. So 5 groups of 4 would be 20. All right. The negative comes into play because we're taking a -5 of it instead of just a +5. Okay, number 5, the operation occurring between the variable and the number is multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide both sides by 3. So x is equal to whatever 9 divided by 3 is. In this case, it's 3. Okay. Over here, my variable is on the left again. So I'm subtracting 12 from the variable, and the inverse of that would be to add 12 to both sides. And then the -12 and +12 cancel out. If we work in columns, this column, the 12s are gone. So we have an X left over, and then we have an equal sign. And then 16 plus 12 is 28. And if you wanted to check your work, you could just put your answer right back in. So I got what, 28? 28 take away 12. Yep, that makes sense that it's 16. Okay, same thing on number 5. 3 times 3 is 9. That makes sense. 20, a fifth of 20 is 4. So that one also makes sense that works out.